Caitlyn Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Welcome to the Caitlyn Clark era, a seismic shift in the basketball world that's got veteran WNBA players sweating through their headbands. Think back to when Michael Jordan could put his name on anything, and it would vanish from shelves before it even landed. Well, Caitlyn just made a power move straight from MJ's playbook. And trust, it's not the
where he was like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlyn Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it, and it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
Caitlyn Clark isn't just selling products. She's shifting the entire sports economy. Her landmark deal with $1 billion brand has set the industry on fire, while a few bitter veterans pretend they didn't just watch their league get redefined before their eyes. But make no mistake, this isn't your average endorsement. This is the most significant basketball partnership since a kid from North Carolina laced up with the swoosh and rewrote sneaker history. Only this time, it's a woman leading the revolution. Once the undisputed queen of the court, Clark now wears the crown in boardrooms too. And trust, we're just getting started. Stick around. We've got
But she's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal.
Here's the play-by-play. Caitlyn Clark just became the first female athlete since Michael Jordan to drop her own signature basketball collection, thanks to Wilson, the official game ball supplier of both the NBA and WNBA. And yeah, you can almost hear Cheryl Swoops grinding her teeth from across the court. But these aren't your average PE class rubber balls. These are premium, gold and white collector's items, laser-etched with nods to Clark's most iconic moments. The ball gives a subtle thumbs up to her infinite shooting range. The record breaker honors her dominance on the stat sheet, and the Crowdmaster, a tribute to her ability to turn every arena into a full-blown, Beyoncé-level spectacle. Caitlyn isn't just making basketball history. She's writing her name into the Marketing Hall of Fame right next to legends like Michael Jackson. And the kicker,
Making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
But hold up, it gets even crazier. Wilson couldn't restock fast enough. Tens of thousands of Caitlyn Clark's signature basketballs sold out in under 40 minutes, faster than it takes Angel Wilson to fire off one of her infamous cryptic tweets. This wasn't a soft launch. It was a moment, the kind of cultural flashpoint you'd expect from a new iPhone release or a Travis Scott collab. And just when you thought the hype had peaked, Clark dropped another collection, this time with Hy-Vee, the grocery store heavyweight. That's right, Caitlyn Clark teamed up with a supermarket.
But calling all Caitlyn Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee locations.
Wilson's global brand head, Amanda Lamb, said it best. Caitlyn Clark isn't just smashing records. She's a full-blown cultural icon. In other words, Wilson isn't just putting their logo behind her. They're putting their future in her hands. This isn't a one-
And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlyn Clark. That is a problem.
Now the ripple effect is hitting the league hard. Moves like Caitlyn Clark's aren't just headline-worthy. They're redrawing the blueprint for what female athletes can achieve. She's not just collecting checks, she's rewriting the entire endorsement game, and sure enough, it's causing some friction. In certain locker rooms, the loudest voices are now the quietest. Arms folded, endorsement deals missing, and sidelines starting to feel a little too familiar. But here's the thing, numbers don't lie. Clark's WNBA games are averaging 1.18 million viewers. That's 3 times the league's norm. She's not just raising the bar, she's sending it into low Earth orbit. One rookie...
We knew Caitlyn Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. 2 of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
TV ratings shattered. Arenas sold out from coast to coast. Every week, another Caitlyn Clark highlight sets social media on fire. People who couldn't name a WNBA team last year are now scheduling their lives around tip-off. Why? Because every time Clark steps on the court, she doesn't just play, she electrifies. She's not here just to hoop, she's here to build a legacy. Caitlyn Clark is a one-woman economic boom, a ratings magnet, and the undeniable face of a new era. She's pulling in Gen Z fans who've never watched a women's game, and her digital swagger has boomers flashing back to Larry Bird. Suddenly, the WNBA is getting NFL-style buzz in Middle America. Everyone wants in on the Caitlyn Clark wave. Well, almost everyone. A few salty vets are still stuck wondering.
But for Caitlyn Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. Steph Curry is behind her on the list.
So while Caitlyn Clark is out here building a billion-dollar empire, partnering with Wilson, and stepping into a legacy so exclusive, it's basically just her and Michael Jordan. Others, like Dejounte Carrington, are stuck subtweeting, throwing shade, and questioning her rise. But here's the truth. The numbers don't lie. And this moment, it's just the opening act. Still skeptical? Ask the legends. Mike Breen, the voice of the NBA, didn't flinch when he mentioned Clark alongside the...
She's doing rating-wise for the WNBA what Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry have been doing for the NBA.
But this isn't just about what Caitlyn Clark does on the court. It's about what she's building because of it. She's no longer just the headline in basketball. She's a full-blown marketing powerhouse. Industry insiders now rank Clark as the 4th most marketable athlete in the world. Not just in the WNBA, not just in women's hoops. Across all sports, she's outpacing global superstars from entire leagues. And yes, even those sideline critics, still busy firing off salty subtweets. Let that marinate. Caitlyn didn't just score a brand deal. She leapfrogged entire corporate marketing teams and became the face of the most explosive movement in women's sports. And because of her, the WNBA is finally showing up in prime time. More sponsors, more national broadcasts, a much bigger seat at the table for women's basketball. Caitlyn Clark.
The idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pros?
But not everyone's popping champagne over Caitlyn Clark's rise. While she's out here lighting up the cameras and rewriting the blueprint of basketball business, some of the league's old guard are busy chewing lemons and side-eyeing the spotlight. Why? Because Caitlyn isn't just another star with potential. She's a superstar with power. And that kind of leverage is making certain locker rooms feel a little tense. Let's lay it out. Imagine a rookie rolls in like Taylor Swift in high tops, breaks 62 records, averages over 1 million viewers per game, and sells out arenas nationwide. Sounds like a dream for the league, right? But instead of celebration, some veterans are tossing elbows, throwing shade, and posting cryptic Instagram.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there and it was done in 2 weeks. That's who Caitlyn Clark is.